Okay, here's a little tour of the photo booth I'm selling. Photo booth is in good shape. There are some dings on the body of it, mostly in the back. There's a couple scuffs, but for the most part, it's in good shape. We have a fan up there, handles to carry it. So we have some background lighting, and we have the DSLR camera right there. And these two buttons, you can either choose color or black and white. And the screen is completely customizable. All you need to do is design an image with the correct specs. So here we go. I'm going to do a color photo. So here we go. Hi. So that's pretty close. It's a little bit overexposed and I am quite pasty, but here's another one. Okay. And 3. Woo! Hey! As you can see, it's pretty responsive. With all photo booths, there's a slight delay. But this one's pretty quick. And if you switch to manual focus mode on the DSLR, it's even faster. You just have to understand your depth of field and all that. Go over here. And there you go. Prints out the photos. Like so. So in the back here, you can see we have a laptop, which is running the show. It's a pretty old laptop, nothing new and fancy. So you could replace it if you want, but it works just fine. DSLR camera here connected to your flash up here on the dial. You can adjust your flash, how bright you want it to be. We have our, don't remember the technical term, basically your ambient light. And there's your fan up there. For shipping, you actually unscrew the DSLR camera, and we got a bag and a bin included with the photo booth. And then down here, we have a high-tie printer. It's the P510S, and we have 2 of these actually. If you're interested, I would be willing to potentially get rid of both of them. And then you'd have a backup, which might be nice. So over here you can see we just have a second monitor. That's what's facing out towards the client. So this is behind the printer, and then you have the electronics with the buttons on there. Here you have the printer and the USB for to control the camera. Now within the software here, you can see great picture of myself. You can reprint, go into advanced settings, and you can really tweak this photo booth however you want. It's really simple to change the background and the design on the prints. So here we go. Shut the door. Back out. And lock it. I would recommend, if somebody is serious about this booth, potentially getting a new stand for it. This one works pretty well. I just think you could make something a little bit nicer. You know, the photo booth is relatively wide. I can lift it by myself, but a smaller person might have difficulty setting it up on their own. I usually would have to put it on a chair, then put the base in, and then lift it up. Then you put in the printer and the camera. So we'll take a deeper look at this printer. It's the high-tie P510S. This is how the media works. I unscrewed this, and you pop this out, and you can open it up like this. There's your paper, and as you can see, there's slices of paper that came off. That's normal. Basically, all of the photos, it cuts the paper and then leaves the leftovers in there, so you want to make sure you empty that from time to time. Paper right like that, and you can put it back in. Lock it, that's good. All the paper with this printer is matched with its own ribbon, so you have to use the paper with the ribbon. That's how it works. And you order the paper through B&H Photo down in the US. It's about, after the conversion, I think it's about $200 per box, and you get 4 rolls. So that is an overview of the photo booth that I am selling. This thing is a workhorse. Once you get it up and running, I rarely have had any issues with it once it's going. The main thing you want to do is test it a couple times before you start an event. Just one final note about the photo booth. If you're interested in buying it, just be aware that it does take a little bit of technical know-how. You got to mess around with it and get used to it. It's not something you're going to be able to pick up and start booking it right away, but put a few hours of time into it and you'll become comfortable with it, and it's pretty simple to use.